we then have to ask the question is, what does it take to improve mindset? I am not here to preach positive attitude. Okay? Positivity is not a business plan. Optimism is not the way we're going to build our businesses. So if we want to talk about smart business, it's not about positivity and it's not about negativity. It's about clarity. It's about your ability just to clear your head and see things as they actually are. But it's not an easy thing to do to clear your head. I'm actually jealous of the laptop back there that's running my PowerPoint presentation, because that laptop is 100% efficient. If I press this button right here, it will necessarily instantly advance to the next slide. What the computer will not do when I press this button is say, well, gosh, I don't know if I have what it takes to advance to the next slide. And those other laptops have much faster processors than I do, and those jerks at Microsoft, they didn't program me right. It's not fair. It doesn't do that. It just works perfectly efficient. We human beings, when we get input, it's a little bit different. Before we react, we interpret that outside information. That outside information might be an opportunity, it might be a problem. It could be a complaint. It might be a new policy imposed on you by corporate office. It might even be watching someone else win an award at this convention while you just sit there. It can even be the slightest little comment made by someone. So what does our brain do? Before we act, it interprets it. It decides that information. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it fair? Is it unjust? Is it pleasurable? Is it painful? And the more we interpret it, the more subjective we get, and the farther away from the truth, the clarity we start to lose. Based on how we interpret it, we then have an emotional reaction, and then that's when we have an ultimate reaction and decide what we're going to do. It's very, very inefficient. So the most critical of those four phases is that interpretation phase. We need to catch ourselves and clear our heads so we're not making decisions just based on emotion.